All right. First of all, cheers, my brother. First up, you already done. Holy shit. Okay.
Skull.
All right. So, welcome to the podcast where we call it. Take it, brother. What's it going to be called? Our podcast.
Story time with Calvin and Chris.
There we go. So, this is our first podcast. We're going to basically talk about a lot of stuff here, a lot of stories, a lot of adventures we had, and maybe some, what should we call it? Like some ideas, some thoughts we got. We can put it out there, so we can later on look back and be like, yeah, we used to do this. We just go with it. And our future generations also can look back onto this and say, look how stupid they look, or look how smart they are. So, I mean, me and you know, we just clock out of work. We work in a basically a 9 to 5 job right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the job is...
Gotta put our hands dirty.
Yeah, I mean, our job is, you know, it is a dirty job. Like, we don't do anything dirty, but the job is dirty, you know? Very dusty, very... too many bugs everywhere. But I personally have OCD of being clean, so I like the job because I can move my shit around and have that shit clean. But I mean, the pay is good, so that's what we like. And a lot of people feel like are stuck on jobs because they like the pay. They hate the job, they don't like it, but the pay is good, so they stay there because they need to pay bills. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So, you know, part of the thing is like, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been working together for about 4 jobs already. We've been trying different jobs because we don't like to be stuck in one job. We like to try different things and see what we like and what we can adapt ourselves to it and learn more. The more experience we obtain throughout these jobs, the more experience we're going to have to teach our kids, our grandkids, and say, hey, this is how you do it, this is how you do things, because we get the experience. And that's how I feel like people...
For sure.
You know, obtain experience. Otherwise, if you work on the job for 20 years and the only experience you got is to flip burgers and make hamburgers and, you know, put lettuce and tomatoes in one sandwich, that's all the experience you got, I personally feel like that's stupid.
Yeah, me too.
You know? So you need experience in life.
Yes, that job is necessary to humble.
Yeah, like, for example, like
So
we've been working...
understand where you at.
Exactly. So we've been working in multiple jobs, 4 of them. One of them that we both hate, and we came to agreement that we do not ever want to go back to the job is Burger King. My boy over here, you know, my brother got some experience with that job. Like, personally, what do you hate about that job? Like, what was the worst experience you had in that job, working at Burger King?
Oh, man.
Like, from the people and the customers?
Nah, customers were 90% of the time cool. There was like some crazies, but...
Depends on location, though.
Nah, it's the higher-ups that believe that they're like something special in this world. And they're not. And that was one of the hardest parts of that job for me. Because in my teens, in my early 20s, ain't nobody ever told me what I can and can't do. But then I had to be a good person, start life, and get good.
When you say your 20s, like, what do you mean your 20s? Like, what was your life on during, like, that time? What was, like, the craziest thing you're saying? Like, you know, some things you remember.
You gotta give me a couple more years so that it's past the
your
point
20s,
of
say,
being
like,
able to charge me with some shit.
So look back 20 years, be like, you know what, when I was maybe 16 or 17, this is what I used to do. This is crazy stuff. You know what I mean?
16. Got my truck, got my license. I got lucky because my birthday was just in time so I could take the test because they were just about to change the law in New York that you had to wait. So you can't just be 16 when you get your license. And once that happened,
A lot of parties?
Parties. College, I grew up next to like big time colleges, so there was college parties everywhere. And me and my boys were just, we didn't give a We didn't care, man. We just wanted to get in there
And party.
and get whatever we got.
I mean, like, okay, so like when you get to college, right? A lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol.
Oh yeah.
From your experience, what is the worst drug you ever tasted? Like, you will not suggest someone to go through that route.
Don't do opiates. Because it's like a hug from God. That's why it gets everybody who does it, bro.
Now, is that drug
I'm
addictive?
dead serious. It don't matter what opiate you're looking at. It all derives from the same shit. Except fentanyl, which is just a science version of it. You know, like they just synthesized it and fucking made it 1,000,000 times more lethal. But it all is like the original everything comes from the poppy plant. Everything comes from there. Every painkiller you can think of. If it's an opiate, it comes from the fucking poppy plant. If you get down to the molecule, they're all the same shit. Maybe like a one little fucking thing off, just so that it tickles that part of your brain. But all of them are the same.
Are they very addictive?
3 days, no matter who you are, if you take it 3 days in a row, on day 4, if you try to not take it, you ain't going to sleep.
You can't sleep.
You might not understand what's happening, but that's your body saying, woo.
See, personally, I've never done like drugs, never done like the hard like stuff drugs, but I've been in the hospital. Yeah, but I've been at the hospital. And I was telling you how when I was at the hospital, they were giving me those painkillers, and how like my brain was being so like I can focus and I can feel so smart.
And that's where it tricks you.
And I'm saying like that drug melt. Like I felt like I was like, oh, I want more of this because I can feel so smart. I can do certain things and move things around the way that I want to do it. But then, like you said, it's very addictive. And then once you get off that thing, it just makes you feel so, like it brings you back to earth. You're like, okay, no, gravity hits you. And you're like, okay, well, nope, this is reality. This is how you are. And
I know.
So I was like, that's kind of like, I feel like it is very addictive, you know?
And you got a little taste of it. I broke my back when I was 17. And they started giving me that shit that should have killed me. And I was on that shit until I moved down here.
What happened with the car accident? How'd that happen?
It was in the middle of winter. Our older sister was she fucking crashed into a fucking rock wall. Where I grew up, on the road that she crashed on, what she crashed into was a rock wall, boom, on this side. But on the other side of the road, 30 feet straight down.
What?
Right? Someone my mother was seeing at the time, he was like, we gotta go get your sister. She was in a car accident. This is probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, fuck it, let's go get her. I gotta help her. It's my sister. Hop in. He's like, oh, it's only 5 minutes up the road. It's on this road. All right, cool. Didn't even think about putting the seatbelt on. Thankfully, because it would have killed me. But when we get to the road, we're like maybe 100 feet from her. I could see the lights, and there was already an ambulance there and shit. And we're going maybe 25, 30 miles an hour. Not fast at all. And we're going straight down this road. And all of a sudden, we're still going this way, but the truck is this way.
Sliding down. Yeah,
and so we're going like this. Shh. Right? All I could do. That's why it's called the oh shit handle. Because I grabbed that and I was like, oh shit. Because where we were going wasn't to the rock wall. Down that 30-foot ditch. There was already 2 cars that went down that in this storm. Because it was a winter storm. Thankfully, the people were already out of it, but they left their doors open. The truck I was in the passenger seat, blew past those doors, like took those doors right off those cars. Then there was trees, bah, 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 bah. I have no seatbelt on, right? That whole fucking ride down. Yeah, I'm fucking bouncing everywhere, but I wouldn't let go of that fucking handle. Which probably saved me. But I'm seeing it like we're just blasting through these trees, and I see the roof just fucking right, coming closer and closer to me. And I'm like, fuck. And all of a sudden, there was this just fucking giant old ass tree, right? We fucking straight into it. Boom! Just stopped us. I went forward. My knees went into the dashboard. My fucking face went into the windshield.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't go through the windshield because I wouldn't let go of that, right? The whole side of my truck was crushed by this point. I try to open the door because I hear Dee scream, "Oh no!" I'm thinking she's hurt. My instinct was, I gotta get up, I gotta help her. I get up, I look over, the guy who's driving, he's out. Like, nah, yeah. And I was like, yo, you gotta go. And he wore glasses, right? They were broken, his face was bleeding and shit, right? And I was like, I gotta get out of here. I crawl out. I don't know how. Pure adrenaline,
yeah,
probably,
exactly.
right?
Once you feel like you're in the adrenaline,
yeah.
You don't.
All I knew was I was like, oh, Dee's screaming, she's hurt. Hopefully we didn't hit her on the way down, right? And I see the cars that we took the doors off of. They were like perfectly. One was at the bottom, one was literally right into the back of it, to the top where I needed to get, right? So I was like, I'm climbing these cars. I just started climbing the cars, and I see her, and she's running towards me, and I was like, oh, I'm fine. Took one step on the road, zoop, because it was pure ice, cracked the back of my head, out cold.
What?
Yeah.
You slipped, and that's how you went out?
Yeah. I wake up in the hospital, my forehead was
what the
purple.
hell?
They had me in like a brace and shit. They're like, you broke your back.
What?
You can't move too fast. Don't go back to sleep. And I was like, what? Huh? And they went, because it was such a bad storm, they told my mother not to go to the hospital. Of course, she's going to the hospital. And I hear her yelling, that's my son, because they wouldn't let her into the emergency room.
Oh, shit.
Right? And so she's bugging out, and I hear her. And and just because I probably had a concussion and all this shit. But instincts, I was like, oh, no, she's going to beat this shit. Right? Because I heard how mad she was. I was like, fuck,
Yeah, she's going to get her ass whipped. Yeah, that's crazy. And that's how I got you addicted to the freaking...
Oh, yeah. Well, find out after all the scans, and they wanted to do surgery on me, but I was too scared. So I was like, no. But when I hit my head, the spine, it like just, because the way the angle I must have hit it went in the spot right between my shoulder blades. It went right, and it popped them, like it smashed them together. But luckily, I don't know who I get it from, Pop or my grandpa, right? But my bone density was good enough where it did. If any other, like a normal person, they told me, it would have shattered both those vertebrae, right? But all that happened was the outside had chipped off, right? But this is where it got fucked for me, because that little chip was like a razor blade, and it went right into my spinal cord.
Shit.
Yeah. So that's why I get things like this.
Yeah, those sharp points.
Like it happens, but
yeah, I mean, so I feel like now every medical or like hospital gives you shit without telling you what the side effects are. Because when I was getting all those medicine,
I know. That's why I tried to tell you, like, yo, before you sign shit, think about it, read into it. Don't just fucking because you're scared. Because they scare you.
Exactly. That's what I say. They scare you at first. They tell you need this and that. And sometimes the way you sit on pain just for you to get this stuff. I mean.
Oh, I know, because you don't want to feel that.
Exactly.
Especially if you never felt it before.
They're like, okay, no, I need this. The last person, the first time.
That's what made me scared for you.
Yeah,
I knew it. I was like, oh, this is gonna suck.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like hospitals get you there because they don't tell you the side effects. And it's funny because I was telling one of the nurse, I'm like, what's the side effects of some of the medicines you guys are giving me, like the painkillers? Because I was literally like laying down, and I was like, after
you'd rather have that than eat.
No, the 4th week, right? I was laying down the 3rd day. One of my left testicles swelled up. And that's when I was like, wait a minute, my left fucking nut went like this big. And I was like, I tell the nurse, I'm like, what are the side effects of some of these medicine? You know what she said? She goes, Honestly, I don't know. I can't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, my left knot is swole up. Like, how you not gonna know? You gave me all these medicines without even telling you.
Yeah.
She said the only thing he's doing is doing some good to you. You know, something good. Make sure you're not feeling the pain. I'm like, I haven't ate for 3 days. Haven't drank anything for 3 days, and I'm in pain. And you telling me the only thing you can give me is more painkillers?
Yeah. Why? Because it makes you go to sleep.
Pretty much. I was sleeping a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I was sleeping multiple times.
And it feels wonderful.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
I know.
I mean, like I said, I was getting into it and I was focusing a lot of things. Like, I was watching full documentaries about dumb shit, about bees, how they make honey, how they develop and all the bull. I'm like, how that look, like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, how that was so focused on that I learned so much.
Now you know why I know so much shit about dumb shit.
And I also was like focused on it and thinking about like how they did it, all that stuff, because also they were saying something about like how people steal like honey, whatever, like the bees, they're like in the boxes. They will steal it and sell it for like $150,000.
Oh,
like, they will like do like drugs trades.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? They do that with bees too?
Yeah, and then depending on the country you're in too, this is how you know I've been kind of watching the same shit.
Yeah, I mean with bees is crazy. I'm like, what?
But you can go to like certain countries and they got like bees that are taking pollen from plants that are making it hallucinogenic and shit.
Trust me, there's like the whole entire thing, and there's like a bunch of documentaries. Like I said, once you're in drugs, the side effects are sometimes good and also bad. Because you can become addicted to it, and you can fuck up your whole life.
So I tell everybody, opiates are the devil, man. Because when you research into who Lucifer was, God's favorite angel, archangel, the most beautiful, right? So what would be the devil, right? The most beautiful flower you can think of is the poppy flower. It brings you the most beautiful feelings you've ever felt. But it's gonna destroy you. It's the devil. It's the devil, man.
I mean, like, okay, so now taking some steps back, right? Now we talk about that. What about the job that we work on Burger King? Because I mean, we work welding together. We done our security guards together.
I'd do that all over again before I go back to Burger King.
We have worked together at Burger King, and now we have this other job that's like more like good. I feel like we're in a good place right now.
I've never been more humbled in my life than when working for Burger King. Oh my God. That feel like I can't even explain it. Like I feel bad for some of the people that I've worked with. Like I look at them and I'm like, damn, that's it. That's all they can think. And they think they're doing great. Right? Like they think like their life is fantastic. And I'm like, I'm looking at these fools like, you think I want to be? You think I want to do this for the rest of my life? Like they would talk to me like, I'm gonna set you up. You're gonna be a GM one day, and I'm like, nah, that's not me, man. Like,
now what if
I'm just doing this until I get something better, bro.
But if you think about it, like let's like realistic about it. What if they love that job? That's the only thing they know. And what if they say
that's what it makes me sad, because I know they love that job. And I know that's like the highlight of their day, you know? And it's so sad because it's like, I can't even explain. It's like being in high school, but with old people. It's like, what the fuck is happening, man? And then there's like, it's like, oh, it's so sad for me, man. It's the boredom. The stress for nonsense, like they stress over the stupidest things, and I don't understand. And like then you get like the people that are the management, right? Because they worry about the dollar. Like you need to push this, you need to sell this, and it's like most of these people come here because they don't have shit. They don't have money. They don't have a family to go eat with. Exactly. You know, so if they're ordering this,
and they bring in the discount thingies, like the little cutout from the newspaper.
And you think if they're bringing all that bullshit, they got that extra $1 for the fucking cookie? No, bitch, shut the fuck up.
And they want like make sure you sell them up. Like make sure you do this, make sure you do that. And at the end of the day, once you complete the order, you gotta tell them you rock, or something, please and thank you, some shit.
Yo, when I would, like, it killed me, because, like, I know, like, it's so stupid, but they fucking hire people that are either young-ass people that, like, this is their first ever fucking job, you know, they're straight, like, they're in high school still or whatever. That's the fill-ins, you know, that's just to kill some time. Then you get these older people that are like later 30s, 40s, you know. They're all not from America. I'm not going to say a specific group, but it's a specific group of people that come here and they don't have no other options. And what they're making there is a good amount of money compared to what they can make somewhere else here, you know, for right now, because they don't understand, you know, and they take advantage, like the management system. The owners don't really care; they're just like,
I feel like some manager and GMs, the GMs and like the managers,
the district managers,
the district manager, definitely, I mean, throughout the whole experience that I had, it was like a whole different thing. I mean, the training is good because it shows you like how professional you need to be in a job, like how the food's supposed to be, how clean certain things are supposed to be when you feed. But if you look at it in the whole entire thing, all the Burger Kings, most of them are not even following those policies.
Most of them are cheating. Like the whole time system would piss me off because it's like, you could try as fucking much as you want, and unless you have like, it don't even matter if you have the fastest kitchen people and the fastest bagging people. It's all cheating, and it's like if you're not cheating, it's literally impossible to reach these fucking times. And then I refuse to cheat because I'm like, I'm not playing these stupid games. I don't care about this enough to fucking do this shit.
You don't get paid enough for that. I mean, like honestly,
it hurt me in my soul to fucking be there. Like, I can't even explain to you. Like,
you know what's sad? When they say they're gonna give you a raise, what's the raise amount they offer you? They tell
25 fucking cents.
And that's some stupid shit. Like
I wanted to kick him in his fucking face, man. I was like, you think I'm gonna come here and be fucking professional? No. And then you're gonna get mad at me when I talk to the only couple cute girls that are there? What am I supposed to do? It's boring as shit, man. There's fucking crackhead bitches flashing me in the drive-thru and shit. What are we doing here? It's a Burger King. Shut the fuck up. I'm making you money. Who cares? Customers fucking love me. Why? Because I know. I'm not uptight. I don't give a fuck.
And most of them, like literally, like, most of the managers and employees, they want to follow like so strict, like, oh no, you can't get this, or you can't get that. Oh, one example, we had a drive-through one time. She placed her order, right? She said, I want this soda and I want this size of meat or fries. She got a medium size fries, right?
Yeah.
They gave her a small size. They put on the computer small. She got a small, but she ordered a medium. Oh, she said, can I please have a medium size because you guys gave me a small size? Okay, you gotta pay the extra. How much? $1.50. She goes, well, okay, I'll pay for it, no problem. She's like, okay, sit in the window waiting. All I can hear from my employees, because I was managing them, oh, this bitch, this fucking complaining asshole, she's already fat. I don't know why she needs the extra. Just give that lady the fries and shut the fuck up. Give her the fries and move on. Why you gotta make a big deal about it? She's willing to pay. She's willing to basically accept your mistake, and then you go and talk all that bullshit. So it's like high school shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so stupid. I mean, like,
I don't care how bored you are. Can we just kill this time?
And like I was telling you, I mean, most of the Burger Kings, that's what we like talking about, is most of the Burger Kings do not follow the same policies.
Never.
Most of them are like to keep dirty places. They don't clean their shit. And like at the end of the day, you look around, all the food that they throw away, they couldn't have given it to somebody else, but they don't. They're like, no, we'd rather throw this shit to the garbage and not give it to anybody else. The employees that work there, not the managers, just employees, they have to pay almost for a full meal.
Yeah, they get like 10% off.
That is so crazy. So I'm like, they're working
harder. I got in trouble for that too. No, let's give free food, people.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up. especially to the women, like the older ones that were like, they worked hard as
Yeah,
fuck,
especially
they would help me and shit. And you think I'm not gonna give them free food? Shut the fuck up.
Especially the rush hour when you get like a freaking 20 cars sitting in the line.
No, thank you, man.
Yeah. No, and it's annoying.
I'm hooking these girls up.
And
if they want a piece of pie, they get a piece of pie.
And
if they want ice cream, they get some ice cream.
And sometimes they will leave you with one employee and yourself just to pull off the whole. And then on top of that, after
and then they get mad at you when your time is off.
And on top of that, is you have to give them good customer service. When you were by yourself and one employee, and you got 30 cars lined up. How can you do that? Rush this thing and then put a smile on your face? No, you're overkilling just because you want to save a couple cents, couple bucks on an employee. Like, come on. That's what I hate about Burger King. Like, I will never work in a fast food restaurant ever in my life.
Never
because
again.
It's so, like the way they work, they're working, like the system they have is horrible. The paying system is horrible. And it's just stupid. And they make a lot of money.
They make ridiculous amount of money.
Yep, and because they want to be very cheap about it, you know. And like I said, that's our job. We just.
I don't even want to get them to cancel or like try to take down our episode.
No, but like I said,
I could say some things that it's like.
We'll save that for a later time. Yeah. But no, the job we had, it was being a security guard. It was okay though. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like the overnight stuff working. Working in
it was creepy working in some secret science places.
Pretty much that
Seeing tanks with things in it that it's like, what's that fucking thing?
And every 30 minutes you gotta get up, walk around with the flashlight, and make sure everything's good, nothing's on fire, and see how, like, you know what's crazy? How, like, you can see things but you can't say anything. How they were working on technology that you can, like, oh wow, that's what they use, that's what they make, that's what it's for. But you can't say anything because no one's gonna believe you. You know? Like you see like much of the scanning stuff for Costco.
Oh, there's things inside that one building we were securing. Oh man. I looked in the tank and I'm like, and then I see the signs don't open door. I'm like, oh. And then what's in there? And you just see something moving around and it's like, yeah. That's why they say don't open the door.
And just do your job.
I ain't that movie character. That door is staying closed. And I'm walking back out the same door I just walked in and saying, that room's cool.
I mean, the only fun part about it is that you can sit on your phone for 30 minutes, watch whatever show you want, or play any game, and then get up and walk around and come back to your spot and continue what you were doing.
And they gave us free freaking cappuccinos and shit.
Oh yeah, the coffee and everything was free, but the only downside about that was like the pay. It was like $15 an hour. And the overnight shift, I can't do the overnight shift. I've done it for 3 years, it's just horrible. I can't do it no more. But working an overnight shift as a security guard,
it sucks. Yeah. That's what happened with me at Burger King. They put me on the fucking closing. Oh,
Jesus.
That really, I can't lie. There was some fun times, just because of like some of the girls I worked with made it fun.
But like all the time, just in the long run,
for the most part, it was like 90% fucking trash.
Yeah, stressful and literally like you kill your brain cells working there.
Yeah, I felt dumber every time I went in there. I was like, and then what was the hardest part for me was just thinking like, oh, this is where I'm at right now. Every pretty girl I seen, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, you wanna come chill with me? I'm the manager at Burger King.
I'm a manager, Burger King. Come and hang out with me.
My whole pride was like, this is bullshit.
You know what's messed up? The things that you see on the drive-thrus are, especially at the time that I used to work, you know they doing some dealing.
Oh, I know.
Handling some heavy moves. Because at that time is when everybody from
I wanted in on it so bad.
When I sit there and I tell you, I said to the guy, your bill is $100, and he pulls out a stack of 100 like this thick. You can't tell me you're rich and you're driving a freaking Toyota. And you say you know that's keeping a low profile.
Some shit,
and you keeping a low profile driving a hot Toyota.
I seen some dumb all right. I seen the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. I've done my own fair share of stuff. I won't say exactly what, but I've done some things. And so I knew exactly what they were doing, right? dumb fucking idiots. They like, you have to know at a drive-thru there's gonna be cameras. Like, why wouldn't there be cameras? You fucking idiot. Fucking white boys pull up, right? And you could tell, like, they're all fucking idiots, you know, like they're like those type of white boys. I know I've got friends like this. Fucking, they pull up to the fucking window to pay, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be a minute. Wait a second. They're like, oh yeah, no problem. As I said that, a black kid just walks up out of the fucking like nowhere, right, and just jumps in the front seat. There's two white kids in the back, one driving around, and I'm like, and he goes, yo, right? And he pulls out his book bag, starts pulling some shit out, right? And the white kids are like, pulling the cash right out, right? They're all three of them, right? And I'm looking like there's a screen with the cameras, like how they're angled. I'm looking right at the camera, looking at them, looking at the camera, looking at them. And I'm like, I lean out the window, I go, you know you're on camera, right, bro? And the black kid goes, huh? I was like, where the fuck do you think you are, man? Are you stupid? All right, and it's like, I'm not calling the cops on you, but
I'm telling you, hey,
like, you're fucking dumb for this one, man. That was a fucking, you fumbled the ball hard on this play.
I feel like I'm creeping up to the 30s, right? I'm about to be 30. You're already in your 30s. But I feel like this generation, like literally now, they're the dumbest.
They're fucking
kids.
Stupid as shit.
They are. Because I see things online that makes me think, like, what's happening to this generation? You get dumb kids pulling up, especially like this one clip where this kid pulls up doing a prank on a guy who's working, doing a food delivery, working for Uber or DoorDash, whatever he's doing.
And he got shot, right?
And bother him. What happens at the end? He gets shot. Why? First of all, why would you instigate or why would you bother a person who's doing their job? You don't know what's going on. Maybe the person is stressed. Maybe the person is going through some rough times. Maybe he lost the house. His wife, his family.
Only focus on themselves.
And you know what's the most irritating and annoying part all this shit? He was in the hospital. You know what was his answer to, well, are you going to keep doing the prank videos? Yes, I'm going to keep doing my prank videos. Like, are you... And it's not like pranks that makes you laugh, like old school pranks. Like they were actually funny,
just
and they will not
shit.
hurt people or bother people. Those were funny. Nowadays, the people do dumb shit that's like literally, I want to smack them around, and be like, what are you doing? Like, what are your parents actually doing? Why they're not teaching you what's right and wrong?
There aren't parents anymore. That's the problem.
I feel like parents now, they don't give a shit about
this is what I say. In today's world, social media is king or queen, whatever you want to call it. Females have become the dominant part of social media, right? Come on, we can't lie.
I would say in the United States,
90% of the fucking internet is women. Why? Because men are stupid as shit, and we want to look at beautiful women. Or whatever guys find beautiful. I mean, all fucking depravity you could think of, men will fucking look into. And we'll spend our money on because we're fucking idiots. Right? Because we have one focus. Where women, their brains work different than ours, right? Yeah, and there's that part of them that wants to have a family and be a good woman.
Do you think women
down on?
Do you think women nowadays think about having a family and kids, or do you think are they thinking about is making money or how many likes and views they got on the post?
This is what I think.
What do you think nowadays?
In today's world, that part that's about the kids and the family and being a good woman, right? They can't remove that. They want to. They want to be able to just erase that from their minds. Come on, I know women. I want to erase things from my mind too, but it's impossible, you know? Because it's like a drug, bro. Like, I know because I'm an attention whore. I love when people give me attention. So I can only imagine, like, for women, Like, a woman just has to not even show her full tits. Yeah? She just got to go in a bikini, and if her body's nice enough, or if she's cute enough, she don't even have to have a big tits or whatever. Like, just be cute, you know? There's going to be hundreds of thousands of guys that are just compliment, right? Like, oh, you're so hot, you're this, you're that, right? And that fucking ego just fucking, right? I know for me, I only gotta get 10 girls to fucking start handing me compliments. I'm like, yeah, give me more and more, right? So I can't even imagine like how hard it would be. Imagine like you're fresh out of high school and there's just millions of motherfuckers just throwing money at you, right? Show me this, show me that, right? And it's like, oh, when they start doing it, then they make even more money. Now all of a sudden they're like, they got more money than you can even think to fucking spend in your lifetime, right? Some of these girls, they're 50 million a year, 100 million a year, just for silly little things, right? Because guys are so dumb, and we just throw our money at things we think are beautiful. Because we're fucking single-minded. But these women...
Listen, most of the guys, what they think about is, if I send a like to a girl, I think that she's going to notice me. But in reality, no one gives a shit. She don't care about that.
She's not going to notice.
She cares about how many likes she got, or how many comments she got.
The number of likes, like you said.
Yeah, number of comments she got, and how many views she got, and that's the only thing. She don't care about you, man.
Only time, but... And it's not like we can't even get mad. This is what I'm trying to say. We can't get mad at them for falling for the illusion, you know? Because you can see some of these girls that are like the top earners for that type of stuff, right? When they hit a certain point, they all kind of have that little bit of a regret. Like they're like, oh,
I shouldn't have done that. Now I want a family. Now I want to...
But no one wants to look at me like this now.
Listen, here's the thing now. Look at what happened with Logan Paul and the other knucklehead. Yeah. You know? He proposed that woman. He knew what was her background, but this guy came in here, exposed her whole life. Now what happened to the relationship?
She has caught the fucking dragon by the tail with that. She got lucky. The chances of this there's too many people.
You think they're gonna stay married, like together?
Like the problem with us, like as a society, is we focus on such a small group of people, men and like male, female, whatever you want to identify as, right? It's just, to be honest, it's rich and there's poor. You know, there's nothing. There's no color of the skin. There's none of that. All that is nonsense. There's people who own things and people who have to pay the owners. Okay? All of us pay the owners. I don't care how much money you're making. That's why they call it the 1% or the 0.1%. Why? Because that's how rare it is. When you actually let that sink in and understand the magnitude of what 1% really is to the whole population of the world, the chances of us getting in that group is near impossible, right? And that's where the whole idea of you're going to sell your soul and become an Illuminati, they wish it was that fucking easy. You think the devil wants your soul? It's already corrupt. He already won when cell phones came out, when the internet became a thing. We all got corrupted like that. Even before that, probably.
Not everybody, but nowadays,
it's just faster
even
now.
15-year-old
It's just a bigger population.
Yeah, now it's just everybody.
And I'm not saying religion is the way or whatever, right? No, it's just it's in our instincts, like to know what's good, what's bad. If you're doing something and you get that gut feeling, like, oh, I don't know if I should do this, all right? You shouldn't do it. It means that's the universe telling you that's fucking bad.
Don't do it.
And you shouldn't do that or you're going to lose a piece of your soul. And I'm not saying I'm fucking smarter than you guys. No, I had to learn it the hard way. There's pieces missing from my fucking soul because I was an idiot and I was like, nah, I'll just fucking do it. Right?
Do you think karma is real?
Oh, karma is real 100%. What you put out comes back. Positive over negative. Why? Because it fucking comes back and it don't care about how long it's been, whatever. When it fucking wants to hit you, it fucking takes what you owe.
No matter what.
And it takes interest. It fucking takes interest. And he's witness for my karma. And it's fucking real, man. And I wish I made better choices as a kid. And like, you don't think of it as when you're young, like, right? No. Every choice we make, every action has a reaction. This is just scientific fact. I'm not saying science is the fucking way or whatever, but logic. Every time you do something,
common sense.
Something happens, you know, like, and like this is one of my beliefs too. And I don't think it's just for our generation or this generation or whatever you want to put it. I think it's forever, right? When you have children, and it's just more today we've noticed, when you have children, 99% of these people now, they don't understand that your life now isn't your life. Your life now is making sure that next generation is going to be okay. That there's not going to be any corruptions in the path of them evolving. Because the next generation is always supposed to be better than you. You're not supposed to have envy. You're not supposed to be jealous of how great they are. You're supposed to be proud. You're supposed to say, yes, this is my legacy. We're going to evolve. I'm going to teach them how to be a good person, and they're going to teach the next generation to be a good person, right? Because I know from personal experience, each parent makes choices. Each choice after they have children isn't just going to affect the rest of the parent's life. No, it's going to affect the children's life. The mom wants to go this way, the dad wants to go that way. There's kids in the middle. Whoever gets the children, now they have no choice but to go that direction. No matter what, and then from that point on, each choice those parents make, they don't realize that it either brings them closer to making it better or it brings them further apart. But who gets affected more than the parents? The children. Then you wind up with these generations of quote unquote fuck ups, right? That's why you see a parent who goes through the court system while the child is being born, growing up, right? The child's watching that parent go through the court system. You would think that would make the child not go through the court system. Wrong. Now it thinks that's the path to go. Now you're seeing why lawyers and judges and certain systems have been growing, have power that is unnecessary, because they keep it going through these families without the families understanding. Why do they keep letting this person go in jail? Let them out, fuck up again, go in jail, fuck up, go in jail, right? Then all of a sudden now the kid comes in doing the same shit, fucking up, coming out, going, right? Now that kid has a kid, right? And it's just a continuation. Has no choice but to pay a lawyer, has no choice but to go through the court system, pay fines, pay this, pay that, right? Now this system is constantly bringing in revenue through the corruption of families. And there's no color to it. They don't care if you're white, black, purple, yellow, it don't fucking matter. They care about green.
And it's the money that's only give a shit. And I feel like everybody in the world cares about that. And there's certain points when like the money means something to a certain point. Like if you're using the money to do something good, an example, Mr. Beast, he gets a lot of fucking money. He recycles that money by giving people money, doing good things, doing good stuff. And if everybody, let's say like maybe 1% of the people do that, you think it will be a big difference in the world?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
right? But no, most of the people are filled with selfishness. I can't say the word selfish.
selfishness.
Yeah, most of them are like in that mentality, like, no, I want more and more and more. But at the end of the day, like, what are you gonna do with all the money? If you have millions and millions, and you have a Ferrari, you have a house, you have family, you have kids, what's the whole point of keeping making more money instead of helping others? Isn't like the whole point of literally helping others makes you happy?
Deadly sins. You know what like a big saying is money is the root of all evil, but it's not money.
It's people and the
It's
greedy
greed.
shit. Yeah.
Greed is the root of all evil. Because if we could just eliminate greed from humanity, right? Just that one little thing. We could just pick it out of ourselves. We would be on a paradise planet with just the technology we have today. If everybody just took what they needed instead of what they wanted, because what we want and what we need are very different things. What we need is what we need to survive and become better people, right? What we want doesn't make us better people. It makes us greedy. Because we want to be the best. We want the best girl. We want the best this. We want the best that.
But you can't find it.
We want to show off.
But you can't find it. You want the best thing. Yeah, but you want the best thing, but you can't find it.
There's no best.
There's
We're
no
all
best.
equal.
Yep, there's no best.
We're all the same. We're all...
Yeah.
All of us are brainwashed.
At the end of the day,
technology.
when we die, we gonna go by ourselves. We die alone. We get buried alone. No one comes with us. No one comes into the grave like, you know what? You're dead. I'm gonna go with you because you're my lover. You're my husband. No, you die. You're done. 6 months later, your wife, she's not grieving. She's with the next man. She's married again. They don't give a shit. But people don't realize that money only keeps you, quote unquote, happy and your family happy as long as you have money. Once you don't have money,
it's done.
You're done. Yep. And then people, that's the problems and all the bullshit. I mean, look at the fucking shit that's going on now with the wars everywhere, right? An example. Everybody's focusing on all that crap. Everybody, oh, it's the president. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. No, reality is like they are at a war and we are focusing on that because the news is pushing that shit on our brains and we are watching that shit every day. Whereas people who are working hard, who are paying our fucking taxes, what are we thinking? Oh, it's our taxing money going to the war because our president is using our money to pay for them.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, you know what? The news keep pushing. Oh, this is what's going on. This is how many kids get eliminated. This how many kids. But what's happening around us? How come we're not pushing the shit that's going on around us, behind our heads, in our own fucking hometown?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of shit going on, but no, they want to focus what's going on the other fucking side of the world. Why? Because that's media, and that's where they want to push propaganda.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on in this country.
Yeah.
And no one wants to cover that shit because that's where the money comes. The more views you get, the more money you get.
And they don't want to put it on news because other countries will see it and look at us like we're weak.
Exactly. So that's why they want to keep it on the radar.
Nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
If
that's
we would just bring back
want...
all of our troops from every outside country, right? Like if we just bring them all home, what is our number one as America is our military. We're not the smartest people anymore. We're not the most athletic anymore. But our military is number one, right? Why are we gonna spread that which is keeping us safe? Why are we gonna spread it as thin as possible?
Exactly. Now we stretch.
Now there's little spots that can be penetrated.
We are
nonsense. And not logical.
I mean, starting from the beginning, like we said, I really didn't want to get into political stuff because we don't give a shit about who's the president today, who was the president back then. Because at the end of the day, we still got to get up the next morning, go to fucking work, put our sweat, blood in that fucking job, pay our taxes. Who takes the taxes? The government. Can we do something about it? No, we can't. We can all bitch about it and complain about it, but we can't do shit about it. Because at the end of the day, there's all the group of people who are supporting whoever's the president, and over here we are complaining about it. We can't do shit about it. Who gives a shit? But the only thing we can do about it is get a job, make the money, pay the taxes, and then on top of that, evolve, upgrade to a different job, make more money, different things, learn different stuff. Because when shit hits the fan, money won't matter.
The better off you are.
You better learn how to survive without phones, without cars. You should learn how to fucking live from nature, how to fucking make a fire.
I'm grateful I have that.
You know what I mean? Because when shit,
I don't want to go back to that. Trust me, man.
But when shit hits
I
the fan,
enjoy technology too, but if it came down to it,
it will. It's gonna happen because there's periods in our lifetime where maybe 1,000 years pass and it's gonna happen. 2019, that shit happened. Everybody around the world was locked up. You think that's not gonna happen? Something similar, even worse, where no one can have their phones, no one can have a car.
No.
The only thing they can have is experience. And what nowadays the kids that have experience,
just the memories.
They don't even know how to cook a
to
fucking egg. Kids nowadays, they don't know how to make a fucking meal. They don't
I
know how to
know,
fry
it's so
a fucking
sad.
egg.
People don't even cook anymore. They'd rather go to Burger King.
Go to Burger
idiots.
King, order DoorDash, Uber. That's the only thing they know.
Yeah.
From experience, kids nowadays will spend 10 hours playing video games because I literally tried that was like I would put it like I wanted to try it out, see how it was. I thought it was fun, but spending 10 to 8 hours playing a video game, it developed fucking ADHD where you can't focus on one thing. Because video games, multiplayer nowadays is that you play a game, one person comes, you eliminate that player, and then you move to the next one, and you gotta be all ready for the next one. So that's creating ADHD on a person throughout a game, and everybody has that nowadays who play video games. And those kids don't give a shit because they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to clean, they don't know anything because all them hours are spent after school. You come, sit in the computer, play video games, go to sleep, repeat.
Oh, I know.
Adults do the
You don't gotta tell me, man.
Adults do the same shit, and that's from a personal experience. We go to work, come home, play video games, call it a night, go to sleep. The weekend comes, I play 10, 12 hours a day, and that's it.
Yeah.
We are literally removing our focus from one thing to another. Now slowly, me and my wife, I want to fucking go back into like hiking, doing different things, visiting different things, experiment different things, and learn what's around us. Because literally, we lived in this town for at least 20 years, like maybe 15 years.
Not me, man.
My wife said, she goes,
I've been here too.
She goes, I never been to this place before. It's the first time I've been in my 15 years that I lived here. Why? Because other people don't do that. They don't go out and see like, what's
Me and
over
Nate
there?
used to go breakneck, all that shit.
Right? And like a lot of people nowadays just sit on the computer, sit on the TVs, play the PS5, play the computer.
I guess they didn't have money for all that shit. It was like, let's go check this out.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's just like the way we promote shit. I mean, I play video games. I have a fucking gaming thing. But I kind of reduced myself to 1 to 2 hours of video game time, edit the videos, and that's it. But now kids, and they think they have to spend hours on video games, and they're going to make it one day.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's sad because it's an illusion.
Exactly. And then,
like I'm saying, that 0.1%.
1,000 kids that are doing this daily,
that think they're going to be the next one. But
yeah. 1 or 2 are going to make it. But there's thousands.
There's more than thousands. There's millions, hundreds of millions of people, and maybe 10 of them will make it. That's the odds.
And that's crazy. Like
you got 500 million people, 10 will make it. That's your odds.
And then 50% of them are hacking.
Yeah.
Fucking hacking the game, playing with cheat codes and shit. You can't beat that. Call of Duty got that problem. They got a lot of hackers. You can't try to be the next fucking pro player because everybody's doing the fucking hackers. How do you know if they're being real or not? That's what I feel like. Social media is just a fucking killer. But it also can make you feel smart enough.
Burns your brain, man. since I've been down here, I never was online like that, right?
It's just being out a lot.
And then all of a sudden I got like introduced to all these fucking different ways to look at people, right? And then I'm like, oh, this is cool, right? Mm-hmm. I can't even imagine if I was introduced to this when I was like a teenager.
Jesus.
Man. But that's the way of the world, right? That's God. That's destiny. That's
I feel like for when, like I was saying, like with all these world wars and all the World War III that we are calling now, it's gonna happen. We should learn to have fucking experience on how to do certain things, how to live without our phones, how to fucking learn how to make fire, what plants you should eat in the forest whenever you were like.
That's the only thing I need now is like a guide to like different parts of the country. I know upstate which plants are edible and which are not.
Yeah, what plants are edible and stuff.
It's different every part. Like everywhere you go, it's all different shit. You know, like
it's like how to survive, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like how to handle a freaking
different
gun
animals.
and shit. Like
always stay away from like clams and shit. Like if you're in a survival situation, don't chance eating shellfish, crabs, lobsters, even that. Sometimes you don't want to chance it unless you're really, really starving. Why? Especially clams and oysters. They're filter fish. Mm-hmm. They filter the water for toxins. Mm-hmm. If you eat those toxins, what is going to happen? You're going to have it in your body. You're going to get sick. And if you're in a survival situation, diarrhea and throwing up means you're dead because you're going to lose all your fluids. And then what? If you're in a survival situation, maybe there's not water like that. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to try to drink dirty water, get sicker. And you're going to have a not so nice time moving on to the next life.
Yeah, I mean, like, this generation's effed up. Even the army complain about how the new Gen Zs, that's what they call it now, Gen Zs, they can't handle being talked.
Oh, yelled at and all that? Yeah, I know.
Like them, yeah.
That's how you know it's not a good situation right now.
Yeah, I know.
The military needs to be a certain way.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
It's in our DNA.
Yeah, like, but here's the thing, though. They offer you, they lie to you. You're going to get this, you're going to get this benefits, you're going to that.
Yeah,
and what kids go nowadays, based on that, oh, you're going to get this amount of money, you're going to get this car, you're going to have this house. People get brainwashed because the army lied to them to join. Once they hook them in there, they're like, now you got to do this. And now what they say,
it's possible that you get those things they're promising you. They just don't tell you the fine print. You need to survive to a certain point to get that. And you need to survive to that certain point 99% intact. Not meaning mental things or anything, but your physical body needs to not be so messed up. All right. On another note, the military, soldiers, I don't care, women, men, if we look at the Vikings, we know women can fight as much as the men can fight, right? Yes, men's bodies are built different than a female's body, right? However, a strong body doesn't necessarily mean he's going to win. No, a female is smaller, more like she flexible. Can fucking flexible. That's assassin shit right there. A big strong dude is just a fucking berserker, like he's just gonna smash through shit, right? Where the female is supposed to be the fucking tactical fucking going through and finding these points, right? Anyway, either way, man or female, you can't be emotional. You cannot have quote unquote feelings for certain things, right? Like you can't have anger. Like a lot of people think they focus on anger to go through these things. Mm-hmm. No, you need to be calm. You need to be able to cut off those other parts of your mind to survive, right? Now, we go back to the Vikings. We go back to all these ancient warrior, like, civilizations, right? That's where you get certain types of people, right? And there's a lot of them. Why? Because you needed to have that ability to go to another village and just kill and murder everybody, take their shit, and then come back like nothing even happened, right? Be happy, joking with your family, because it was something that needed to be developed for hundreds and hundreds of years. We tend to forget we are a part of the animal kingdom. We are evolving all the time too, right? It's in our DNA. DNA is information passed on to us by our ancestors. Our ancestors were the ones who survived. The ones who survived had to be certain ways. They couldn't be soft, emotional people. They had to be smart. They had to be cunning. They had to be stealth. They had to be able to be physically strong enough to do certain things to survive.
I feel like this nowadays
we forgot it.
We forgot about all that stuff.
As much as we forgot it, it's in our DNA. That's why you got so many people losing it and freaking out, and you get these crazy people like just attacking like random people, right? Why? Because it's the DNA screaming, what are you doing? Why are you living this way? We're not supposed to live this way. We're supposed to be doing this. We're supposed to be doing that. You know? Mm-hmm. But today's society is trying to force us in a different direction. It ain't that simple. You can't just take one generation and flip the script. No. One generation compared to how many generations it took for us to even be born. Think of how much information is in our DNA from all those generations. You think just one generation is going to change things? No. Come on. Be realistic. Yeah, it's possible to change it. Not over one generation. And you're going to have to be selective breeding people. You know? And then you're not with that, right? Because then let's go back to the slavery times. And I'm not just saying American slavery. Mm-hmm. All of humanity's, however anybody ever did slaves, they chose the strong men and the strong women to go together to have strong babies. All right? So it's like, come on. You want to have, like, it don't make no sense. It's corruption. And I know, I don't want to get too political, but.
No, I feel like, you know, most of the things, like, we gotta be leaving strong kids for the future, because if we don't teach our kids nowadays how to be strong, how to be independent, eventually it's gonna hit them later on down the road. Because for what my parents taught me throughout this whole year when I was growing up is the same thing I'm teaching my kids. Be respectful, helpful, and literally learn how to be independent. Yeah. And my kids are going to pass that to their kids. And that's what my wife does, the same thing. Her parents did that to her, so she's doing the same thing to my kids. And literally nowadays, half of that shit is forgotten. Because of what? This, phones, everything. We're too busy on this shit. We got too much money now. We're just too busy. We don't care about what our kids do. Yeah. Rich kids can do whatever the hell they want. Yeah. We don't care. We don't care about going hang out outside. We don't care about spending time with our kids. We're teaching them how to freaking play on the mud, with the dirt, how to grow chickens. Yeah.
Here's a perfect quote for you.
No, that shit.
It's easier to raise a strong child than it is to fix a broken man. What does that say? Exactly what you're saying. You got KJ, right? KJ's your son. Way easier it will be for you to keep focusing on making him a strong, independent boy, right? Like making sure he's confident in himself now. Making sure he grows in, like, without any negativity on him as much as you can possibly keep away from him, right? And I'll say from personal experience, I got lucky because like I was stubborn enough to like push through it, but I grew up with fear, you know, because I didn't have that male figure there to tell me or to teach me anything, you know. I had my mom's, yeah, she loved me, but she was always trying to protect me. Don't do this, don't do that, because you're going to get hurt, right? Where a father's not supposed to tell you, don't do this, don't do that. No, he's supposed to say, you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? Because if you're going to do this, I'm going to go with you, and we're going to do this together, and you're going to be the best at this. You know what I'm saying? That's where you create great men, you know? Whereas if you don't have that, then you get broken men. And it's almost impossible to fix a broken man. Especially once he hits a certain point. I know from personal experience. It took me a lot for my thought frame to just crumble and for me to have to start from scratch.
Yeah, but I feel like also if you like let that become real, it's because all that is 50-50. It's reality and it's also a thought.
Yeah.
But if you let that whole entire 100% become reality, that you can be better, you can fix this.
That's where it's fucked for people.
That's when they literally fuck your whole entire life and you make sure you are by yourself.
And that's where you wind up with the world we're in right now.
Exactly. So I feel
because you got a lot of guys who grew up with no father figure and they believe they're nothing and they're never going to be nothing.
Exactly.
And then you get these girls who are taking advantage of these guys who think they're nothing because they know they can. And they're just kind of cute, and so they're like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. You're lucky I'm even talking to you. And it's like, yeah, I know I'm a piece of shit. Here, take $100 for talking to me. You know, and it's like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no.
You know, it's like, and it's not even like I'm shitting on the girls for doing that. No, I wish I could do that, but no, it's not like that. You know, because girls are way smarter than guys. You know, but. They know they're not supposed to do that, you know, like,
but they don't,
and they can't even say it. Like, I think once they get to a certain point, that part of them is dead.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
so then they've already lost that piece of their soul.
But like you said, the green.
But when they start out,
like
they feel it and they feel that instinct. Ego. They're like, oh, I don't think I should do this to this poor guy. I feel bad for him, you know. And it's like, yeah, you're feeling that because your soul's telling you you're going to hell. I'm not saying I'm not going to, but let's accept reality. Come on, ladies. Like, fuck it. If you want to do this, I'll fucking ride the roller coaster too. But I want us to be realistic about the situation. Let's fucking accept the situation for what it is. You guys got the upper hand. Hats off to you. Congratulations. However, we're both going to the same place. Don't think that your fire is going to be less hot than my fire. You know? Like, come on. Like, fuck, man. Guys are just dumb. And and it's silly to me too because, like, I've noticed it. Like, women are creating it this way. Like, they're like, yeah, we want the guys to, right? And they want them to be more feminine, this and that, right? No, you don't. Stop lying. Liars, you know? Like, they say these things, right? And then they get these guys to start fucking wearing makeup and all this bullshit. And they're not gay, but they're like, you're like, are you sure? You know? Those guys. And it's like, yeah, that's how we want guys to be. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because as soon as fucking beefhead fucking man comes around like fucking bitching that kid out, then all of a sudden you're like, who's that guy? Who's that? I'm not going with him. I'm just gonna go see what his car looks like.
Like I said, this whole generation's all like, fucked up. But like at the end of the day, like, you know, kind of resume everything we have talked right now is okay, so introducing basically our podcast. We're gonna talk a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Some of them might be beneficial, some of them might be educational, and at the end of the day, it's just maybe little nuggets.
And if you have questions to ask our opinion about, I'll gladly talk for an hour with you. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll do this every night, baby.
Yeah, just talk about any question you guys got. Like, just put it out there. We will answer and say something about our opinion. Because everybody has their own personal opinion. You can say something, I can say something different. And at the end of the day, it's what you believe is the best you can do based on what we're or other people saying to you. Like everybody else's opinion, you know? But we all have different input on this. It's just the outcome that comes from you. What do you put out there? That's going to matter.
And I would love for us to have some debates with men and females, right? And if you change our minds on something, I'll gladly kick him in the balls.
Yeah, like I said, we got all this stuff planned up to come out along. We got all the challenges, all these things that we want to do. But like we said, we want to talk about most of the stuff. Political stuff, we didn't want to get into it because we really don't care too much.
Attention enough to it.
Yeah, we don't too much. Who cares about this? Who's right? Who's wrong? No one cares about that.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's just all corrupt system, anyways. But we all have to go to work, like we said. We all have to go to sleep, go to
and
work.
And a little information ahead of time. Yin and yang. Brothers, fucking yin and yang. Fitness, straightforward. Not fitness. Having fun.
Different beliefs. Yeah, we have different beliefs, but different.
Same path, different frequencies.
Yeah, I mean, he has different experience. He's, you know, like you said, food is his life basically, and he has experience in everything. Yeah. He knows how to cook. He knows how to literally make food like from nothing, make it taste good. Yeah. I'm different. I can just be simple with chicken, rice, and vegetables. That's it. That's my life.
I'll make you a 5-star meal, baby.
Yeah, like you said, we can do cooking.
I can also
stuff,
hunt. I could do everything. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little experience and stuff, but yeah, like
you grow up with nothing, you figure shit out.
Yeah, so we also got some reviews coming along. We got all the drinks, all the like type of wheats, right? Little green stuff that we want to review and stuff. Yeah. Little bit of stuff. I mean, we're growing up. Now we're gonna put it out there, you know, with all those reviews and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. And like we said, like, share, clip this shit, post it on your page. No, I really don't care for you because we don't copyright this thing. Just do it, you know.
This is just like random rant night. This is just random rant.
Yeah.
We will be way more focused on the next episode. We won't be jumping around. We're gonna have a single subject and we're gonna stick to that single subject. And yes, we're going to have some fun episodes where we're going to do silly things, maybe trivia, you know. Someone gets shot with a paintball gun. Not me, but maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Who knows, you know. No, but it's going to be fun stuff. And like I said, you got questions, ask us. Men, women, don't matter. Ask us. He speaks Espanol. Bueno. English, good.
There we go. 50-50 anyways.
Exactly.
So drop a like, share, comment, whatever you gotta do, you know. First episode of the night, we did good. Good shit. You know, we talk a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Something useful, something nonsense, but still at the end of the day we did good.
Yeah.
So
got a couple rants out. We got what we needed.
We'll wrap it up today and then we'll see.
Man.